Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Fit, where I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did some good old story stuff. And in this episode we're going to go and do even more. Off camera I leveled up all of my classes that needed to be leveled up to level good old 57. We're getting close to the majestic level 60, and then I don't have to do grinding with these. Well, I will have to do grinding, but then I can do the grinding off camera, because then I'm gonna level them up until like 70. Maybe I should like level up all the rest too at some point. Since I'm gonna be like, every single expansion has like 2 new jobs, so I'll just level those up while I go through the expansion, I'm thinking. I'll have to see. This is still kind of a confusing thing for me to deal with. But I guess it's kind of like, you know, thematically accurate. If I do it like that. Anyway, Hilda. Monday. There's so much silence. Wow, so that's a lot of non-verbal communication.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Eh? What are they on about?
Aye.
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hells?
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy. And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Forton consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir'd be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here, your toys could hurt someone.
Okay. Defeat him. Shoot her! Isis Fury. Patience, my queen. We've only just begun. Oh, I'm on fire. I seem to be on fire. Defense are terrible! Kill the rebels! That's a lot of fire! So yeah, there's a conversion. Should probably kill him first, huh? You may be a healer, but so am I, you fool! That's a lot of healing, jeez. What is he doing? Another corrosion. He's just walking into the fire. Are you fucking serious? Boy, if you don't... There we go. Wow. Doing this fight as Astrologian is hell. Where's my deeps? Nah, whatever. Oh, he has a shield now. It's a beefy shield. There we go. Get fucked, bitch.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Enough!
The backflips, Jesus. Must have done Dragoon training.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
I thought the Heavensward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavensward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heavensward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he? Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Let me guess, you're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because it's what I am, and I'm not ashamed of it, not anymore. Besides, even my pure-blood pups have more in common with me than the lords and laddies up on high. They none of them are well-bred, else some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Story all this time, and one we're sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue blood to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow. Like them in House Elenard. Of course, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. It's not keeping him waiting. Ba-da-ba. Ah, my cables. Me bloody cables! We've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and high houses. That much I'll acknowledge. But this nonsense about us through and wide the gates for the heretics is just that, nonsense. If not you, then who? Your Temple Knights, of course. Reckon it was your beloved Sir Emmerich's doing it first, but then I heard how he lost his head. My best guess would be the Heavensward. That way they'd have the perfect excuse to go door to door through the broom, slaughter the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. But the Heavensward scheme did not account for Lady Isard's intervention, and so they have been forced to improvise. Fine bloody mess, isn't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? But the die is cast, so what's the plan? We must divert the attention of the high houses away from the city, and to do that we need the cooperation of your allies in their service. And what makes you think I have friends in high places? You'll be fools not to, given your goal, or goals. Lowborn knights are ideal recruits. Most were filthy out of a desire for a better life, offered an opportunity to shed the yoke and live for themselves. Who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? Rare is the man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear. But if need come to this day, if they and their fellow knights are deployed afield to deal with a new threat, a massing of heretics, for example, then he will be unable to join in the defense of the vault. Huh. Spent false reports of an attack to get him out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' last assault. If the high houses believe another attack is imminent, they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick them into leaving Ishgard? Aye. Can we keep them out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready before I send word, because you won't get a second chance like this. Then it is decided. To the vault. To the vault! The Archbishop must be held to account. And the Lord Commander granted his liberty. Hearken to me, everyone. We have two objectives: rescue Sir Emmerich and apprehend the Archbishop. We will therefore divide our forces into two parties. Estinian and I will make ready to breach the underground jail and search for the Lord Commander. We will not move, however, until the second party has entered the vault. I speak of your party, Warrior of Light, together with Lord Horsva and Master Alfino. For this plan to succeed, you will need to fight your way into the highest levels of the vault, and even unto the Archbishop's private chambers. When Heavensward realize what you intend, they will fly to their master's side, leaving only a token force to guard the jail. Temple Knights, loyal to our cause, have already secured the entrance to the vault. Once you are within, they will signal to us. If all goes to plan, we shall rejoin you with Sir Emeric and confront the Archbishop together. Is everyone clear as to their duties? Then let us do what must needs be done. I think my Theologian is still my lowest XP, yeah. Still my lowest level, so I'll have to heal. Which I guess is not impossible for me to do, just slightly annoying. I like tanking or DPSing more. But at least I'll be busy. I won't get bored as a healer. The others are in position, Mistress Lin. I will send word once you and your party have entered. The vault is now accessible. And thus, I will queue up for the vault. And I will be right back when the vault pops. And here we are. All loud, we coming. My portrait is broken. Makes sense. I have been swapping gear. That kind of happens. Welcome to the vault. This dungeon is interesting. There's a lot of dudes to kill. Me and the boys. I also need to go and eat egg to get XP buff in this place. Okay. A lot of the beginning of this dungeon is just like small little groups that you can take care of. Like these boys. Oopsie. I love casting gravity. It's one of my favorite spells to cast. Escape. Oh yeah, the warrior already has raw intuition now, so I basically don't need to heal them. Got it. Well, it may be a little bit too much. It will definitely make my life a lot more comfortable. Have at the heathen dogs! The only bigger pull you can do at the beginning of the dungeon is this over here. We have this group, and then you can also pull the other group up here. Have this. Raw intuition. I was like, how are they healing? I've not really healed in like anything that goes beyond 50 in a long time, so. There we go. And then we get the first boss, Sir Adelfell. Adelfell? Adelfell? I don't know. Mr. Brightblade. I love it when everybody's really far away to the point that I can't properly give everybody a damage buff. Well, I can, but it's difficult. Let's go and get this going. Give you that. Holiest of holy. Great white damage. Also, yes, the dude is now huge, which is not really a normal thing. Holy shield bash. We just focus on one person, knock him on the floor, or hit him with an attack. That is it. And then he will do these dash attacks, leave orbs behind, which will blow up in the sequence that they appear. If you get hit by the explosion, you also get a bleeding debuff. Holy. Oh no, he's using the holy hand grenade. Whoopsie. Probably should have swapped to a magic card. Oh well. There we go. But how? Just as Sir Charbert said. Charbert. Withdraw to the inner sanctum. Aha. New stuff. What is this? It doesn't really tell me. Since it has weird memes? Weird names. Weird names in this place. Have at thee! Ah! If I wasn't a healer, I would have gone for that chest. Unfortunately, I need to heal. Okay, there's my intuition. I'll wait with this card because I'm a bit slow. I was a little bit preoccupied with that chest that we missed. I'm being sad because I need the gear. Or I can use it, let me say it like that. It's not really necessary, but it would be quite nice. I'm going to give you that and you that. And we slowly but surely go and make my way over to this chest. Because I want the stuff. I'll just go and grab it and we'll see if I can make use of it. It was dexterity based, so I think that's probably going to work for my machinist. Yes, I think scouting stuff is based on dexterity. If only they would roll on the gear, then I would already have an upgrade. Even dogs. Okay, let's go. This and that. She's just gonna use that. That works for me. Okay, I could finish my cast without getting hit. Nice. Segrino the Bull. I love these voice lines. Hyper-dimensional slash. a line attack, which will make a portal spawn, and if you get too close, you're gonna start getting hit. But that is a black mage in the middle of her relay lines. Is gonna do this over here. What's it again? Fate Unmoving, which will push you to the edge, and if you're not careful, then you will get hit by the portal, which will give you a bonus stack. Oh yeah, this. It's gonna drop a puddle. If you stand in it, it's gonna blow up, and it's gonna, I think, give you a bonus stack and like a debuff. Down with you! Also, once it goes into the second phase, it starts cleaving. It's normal attack like phase, so it's a good idea to stay away. Anyway, that is all. Time is on your side. Do it again. Tanking gear, yes please. Intelligence, crit, and determination is casting. Just over here. Yoink. Fugitive and Samurai. Well, actually, I don't need that. Intelligence, Vitality, Intelligence, and yeah. More casting gear. I've already been getting a lot of stuff that's really not that amazing. Like, not really useful for me specifically. Strength, crit, and determination. I think I may be able to use that. I fucking deserve that. Anyway, for this little encounter, at some point the Vault Priest is gonna say, fuck it, it's gonna be invincible, you cannot kill him, and then he's just gonna summon these Cathedral Gargoyles. And there we go. And now we have reached the last boss.
Filthy rats!
Okay. They pulled. Because of course they would. They'll be fine without me. I love the music. Anyway, one of the mechanics in this fight, which I'm not sure if we've been able to see it. It does rate white every now and again. It does a slightly bigger hit every now and again too. He summons these little horse things, which will run through the arena and hit you with slow if you get hit by them. This attack, where you need to kill all the Holy Flames, or he will kill you. While the horses are also attacking you. Other than that, he also has a, I think it's called Holy Chain, I'm not 100% sure. He also has an attack where he's going to chain you with somebody else, just run away from them and break the chain. Or just like run away from each other, basically. You want to like extend the chain and then break it. That way. And this is going to be a big old raid wide. So I get to listen to the beautiful voice lines of this man. There we go. Ultra Pyre, there we go. That's the raid wide. Alright, more horses. Heaven's Flame. Just random AoE in the ground. And here's the Holy Chain. Two people are chained, they need to run away from each other, and then they will be fine. Otherwise, they won't. Jesus Christ. She's not dead. She's not dead. She's not dead. Christ almighty. There we go, and then over there, and then we're going to use this, and then we're going to do that. I'm going to give you this. Jesus Christ. Anyway, dead. No, I'm going to do this. Wahey! And Horsefall and Alfino arrive just in time. No, and no. Good. I got 0 commendations for that. Nice. What is a healer but a miserable pile of spells?
Our power! How can this be? Fall back!
Father, please! For a mercy, we were not too late. Why must you do this, Father? Nidhogg is fallen. There is no need for further deception. Now is the time to renounce the lies which led us down this path. To start anew! And tear down the very pillars of our society? Our history, our values, everything we have built over 1,000 years? A fool to the last. Look out! Go. Asisla awaits. Lord Orchefort!
It's no good. The wound is too deep. It refuses to mend.
You are unharmed? Forgive me. I could not bear the thought of... Oh, do not look at me so. A smile better suits a hero.
I was so enamored with the cutscene. I didn't notice my other screen turning off, so give it a moment. You will see something weird happening now. And here we are. My apologies. There we go. Whew. The vault, my friends. The vault. Quite something indeed. I'm gonna put the... You know, I'm just gonna freaking put all of them in there, whatever. We'll see if there's which ones I can use. I know for a fact that I can use the boots. I know not what to say. The others, they are gathered up 4 times the matter.
Don't. Please. A knight lives to serve, to protect, to sacrifice. There is no greater calling. Leave me to mourn and give chase. For my son and for the nation he loved. Go!
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
My son.
I could not stand there in silence, but when all others had forsaken us, Lord Horsfall took us in, our beacon of hope in a world of darkness. He did his utmost to raise our spirits so that we might face our troubles with courage, with conviction, so that we might face them as knights. We must press on with our mission. Tatara, pray return to your duties at the Forgotten Night. Let us go and speak with Sir Emmerich, Lyn. I worry for his well-being. An audience with the Lord Commander. Yes, yes, of course. Oh, oops.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
Some wounds do not heal. The founding. The scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man. Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it.
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it. The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his Knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatoskr, that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hreysvelgr did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thordan's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us. I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all too fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well? Thordan's betrayal of Ratatoskr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment? Nay, say I. I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country. And what would you say to them? What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught? Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity, and bring about the change you so fervently desire. If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him thoroughly.
Your Eminence.
You saw something, did you not? A vision of the past?
So this is the power of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past. 'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I have given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heavensward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
Aye, the manner in which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Haurchefant was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls. 7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Are the Heavensward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable.
As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heavensward and stop my father before it is too late.
Okay, it's another cutscene. Just not voice acting. Mr. Sadair, Master Elfino, I, Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knight of Ishgard, do hereby entreat the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Our aid in preventing whatever it is the Archbishop intends. Your aid in bringing him to justice. Too much blood has been spilled for the lies he perpetuated. No more. Life or death. I shall pursue him to the end of the world if I must. I thank you, Lyn. I have heard many men make such pledges, but you speak in earnest. Much has changed since our order's founding, but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. If the Archbishop and Heavensward are guilty of the crime of summoning, then Lyn and I will stop them. I thought I could join you in the pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an Archbishop to serve as a guiding light for the masses, a force for stability to counterbalance the High House's ceaseless maneuvering. Convincing the people to recognize the truth of our origins would have been difficult even with my father's support. The road ahead is that much more fraught with peril without it. Yet walk it we must, for unity is most vital to our survival than ever. After all, Nidhogg's death did not mark the cessation of Dravanian hostilities. Far from it. We will have great need of each other in the days to come. You may ever count on my land, Sir Emeric. To my dying breath I shall defend Ishgard from the Horde. If I may, Lord Commander, I would like to assist the Scions in their search for the Archbishop. Lyn, Master Elfina, pray attend me outside. Very well, with me, Lyn. I believe we have much to discuss. We indeed have much to discuss, but that will happen in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Just That Was playing Final Fantasy XIV, and next episode we're going to go and continue with the story following good old Archbishop Thornton? I guess his name is Thornton, kind of, yeah? Archbishop. In any case, you're just going to chase the Archbishop.